Welcome back to PF International for the resumption of the Stevenage Sheet Metal Supermoto British Karting Championships. Another small grid for you. Senior X30, Josh Collins, we've already seen him in the Senior Rotax class earlier on, running pretty well in that. He's going off pole. Max Goldsmith there just comes around the final turn, just catching them up. It's a rolling start in this one, and Collins bags himself the lead through turn one. Dean Hale in second place. This is close for the championship battle, by the way, between Collins and Hale.
So Collins is working his way around through the first few corners. He came into the round 5 points ahead in the championship, Josh Collins. That's how close it is to try and get this title battle wrapped up. As round the outside, a cracking little move there from Connor Jupp. I think he might have made it all the way round the outside of the hairpin to get past Dean Hale. Is he in front? Not quite. He had to hang back. Now Dean Hale is in a tricky situation here. He has to win with Josh Collins finishing no higher than third position. At the moment, it's the exact reverse of what he needs. Collins is leading, Hale is in third, not for long, he's about to drift down to fourth position now. That's a good move from Ewan Wilson. He's up into third place, fourth in the championship of course, but third on the road. And look, Hale is getting very edgy out there. I think he's already lost the place to Matt Davies. The 28's come through.
It's all going wrong for Dean Hale. He needed a great start and to win this race and hope that somebody else got between him and the man who's currently leading, Josh Collins, but it's all gone wrong. Collins has got a massive lead already, and Hale looks like he's going to give up the championship. He is not going to win it. He needs to win and have the 11 car in third place to take the title. It's not going to happen now, surely.
Well, Dean Hale was able to make sure that Matt Davies didn't get by. He did just shut the door in time. I thought he was going to get straight by, but no, he just managed to shut the door in with enough time to get himself back into position. Matt Davies, first appearance, of course, at round 9 last time out at Shennington. He took the victory, so it'll be interesting to see if he can do anything like that this time. At the moment, Dean Hale is causing a bit of a roadblock. Hale, in turn, is trying to close up on Ewan Wilson, who has been dropped, in effect, by Connor Jupp, with the Welshman Josh Collins out in front, looking like he's going to get the title by just 8 points at the moment.
It's all gone wrong for Dean Hale at this final round. He could still have won it coming into this last race, but Collins has been dominant, to be fair, this weekend. He probably didn't have the full confidence, Dean Hale, and in fact he's going backwards now. You've got Matt Davies, the former junior TKM Super 1 champion, now in front of him, so it's all gone pear-shaped for Dean. The money for your motors driver just not going his way today.
No, fifth position is going to be nowhere near good enough to get the victory won, and he's going to have the rookie driver Jay Rudd, first appearance of the 2015 season, I should point out as well for him, on his tail, looking to try and come through as well. You have two different situations when you're in a championship fight. There are two different mentalities. Go gung-ho for glory and you end up either winning in spectacular fashion or trailing down, or you play it cautious and then you can just pick up drivers one by one just by being in the right place at the right time, or you settle for what you've got. And unfortunately, Dean Hale is getting the worst of both worlds here, because he's tried to go gung-ho for glory and it's ended up costing him dear. He's gone for one too many moves in the worst places on the circuit to try and get through, and that's left him open.
He's just not got the pace, Jake. He's just not got the pace today. He's there in fifth place. He's miles off the pace. We've seen him at the front of the field earlier in the season taking wins, not least at Landau round 1, of course, as we remember. It is a small field here again, but it is very, very competitive. Some top quality in this. The likes of Collins, the Welsh champion, Matt Davies, the Super 1 champion. Dean, I've known Dean for a long, long time. First filmed him at Kimbolton in 2003, I think it was, in cadets, I think he was then. But just not his day this weekend. He's got to content himself with the fact that he's had a good season, though, hoping that, to be fair, next season we get a decent grid here for X30s, juniors and seniors. And bear in mind as well, I think there's a World Finals ticket here, so I'm a little bit surprised that we've not seen a lot more entries in Senior X30, particularly this season, because there's a World Finals ticket on offer to the winner of X30, and that looks like it's going to Josh Collins now.
Well, another interesting factor, I suppose, in Dean Hale's title campaign is that a lot of people forget how technical PF International as a circuit is. It is a world-class facility, but it's a very difficult circuit to get the setup just so. If you miss out on the setup by just the tiniest little bit, it can cost you so much time over the course of a meeting. Let's put this into context. It's very similar, PF International, to Yas Marina in the Formula One circuit, not just in terms of facilities, but in terms of the dynamic on the racetrack. There are some very technical, twisty sections of the circuit, very fast S-bends, very long straights. You have to think about what's the right thing for the setup. Do you go for long speed on those long back straights, the long start straight, those very, very fast S's going under the Lichfield Bridge, or do you focus on these parts of the circuit, the more technical, twisty sections? If you get that premium, that balance ever so slightly out, you're going backwards, and that's exactly what's happening to Dean Hale. They've just got it slightly out of line. Yeah,
I think you go for the fast parts of the circuit and then try and be as smooth as possible around the slower turns. Talking of slower turns, as Ewan Wilson up the inside of the 35, that's Connor Jupp, so Jupp back to third. And Wilson up to second place. Nice move by Ewan there.
Well, they need to work together if they're going to try and close up on the Welshman out in front, Josh Collins, but I just don't see that happening today. The Welshman is absolutely nailed to this race circuit. It's a bit like watching a kart on a Scalextric track at the moment, because he is absolutely bolted to the circuit, no matter how much speed he carries through each of the corners. Even if the back end steps up, he's got so much control and smooth fluidity in the steering. He's just lightning around this circuit. It was always as if he was born to race around the PF International circuit today. Nobody can touch him.
You're talking about a Scalextric car with a super magnet on, Jake. I know all about that, because that's where I started my commentary career, commentating on the D-side model raceway classic encounters that we had down there on our 6-lane routed board track. What a fantastic facility that was, by the way.
Oh, you're going down memory lane. I'm loving this. Yeah. So out in front, Collins still leading very comfortably. Ewan Wilson with Connor Jupp right on his gearbox. Connor Jupp, I think this is only his first meeting of the 2015 campaign, isn't it?
It is indeed. He's a high-quality operator, as we know from previous years in the Super 1 Championship. There's a lot of drivers racing this class. We've not got many of them in this championship this season, but I hope you guys will take the opportunity to come and race with us next year. Give us a grid of sort of 18 or 20, and we could see a real classic amount of racing during the season.
Well, Jamie Flynn, currently third in the point standings. We haven't really spoken about him much in this race, and that's because he's actually in 7th place, a long way behind this queue. Wait for him to come into the shot. There he is. So he's there in 7th position, and up to 2nd place again comes Connor Jupp. Nice move on the inside there of Ewan Wilson. 4th place, still the 28 of Matt Davies, and he is catching them rapidly. If these two are going to keep swapping positions, then it won't be long before he's right on the gearbox. In 5th position, Jay Rudd, the rookie, and behind him now, Dean Hale. That is a sign of the times, unfortunately, in Dean Hale's meeting.
Yeah, Dean now down to 6th place. It's all gone wrong for Dean this weekend, unfortunately. But he'll be back, a bit like the Terminator. He'll be back next season, I'm sure.
Well, let's see how they run through these last few laps of the race, of course. Collins out in front, Jupp in 2nd, Wilson, Davies, Rudd and Dean Hale. All in a line, these 5, although Jupp and Wilson are trying to break clear of the trio behind, Davies, Rudd and Hale. Jamie Flynn in 7th place in front of Lewis Malin and Max Goldsmith. So it's going to be a very interesting battle for 2nd position in this race. Down the back straight once again, up to the hairpin. Ewan Wilson tries again, and he's going to get straight through. Very nicely done. Davies again, not quite close enough actually to deal with these guys. Connor Jupp tries again, but Wilson is going defensive, and up to 4th place comes the number 85. Jay Rudd has moved up another place. Dean Hale's trying to get through, up to the inside, and a very good defensive line there from Jay Rudd. Oh, on the grass goes Ewan Wilson, and that's going to put Rudd up into 3rd position. Brilliant run from the rookie. Wilson down to 6th position in this battle. Davies is now 4th, Hale is 5th, Wilson 6th. But what a great move there from Jay Rudd. He saw it was coming and utilised the move perfectly.
Yeah, Wilson dropped 3 places there in that one turn. It's a close battle between them. He's got his hand up in the air saying, oh, what's going on?
He puts his head forward on the steering wheel. It's almost as if he's given up at that point. Come on, Ewan. There's still time left in this one. Don't throw in the towel yet, for goodness sake. Motor racing, you cannot afford to give it up until the checkered flag flies.
He's not thrown in the towel at all. He's still there. He's right on the back of them. Still looking for a podium. Here comes Davis for that podium spot. Has he got it? Oh, a bit of contact is there between them.
Well, it looks a little bit tentative, Davies. He had a go, and it almost as if he wasn't sure if he could pull off the move. Now Rudd gets back through. Wilson's get back through. He's up to 3rd position, and here comes Dean Hale onto the inside of him, into the Fullerton S's. Hale's back to 3rd. All of a sudden, he's got himself back into a strong position. Brilliant move there from Dean Hale. It's not going to be enough to win the championship, Championship as through comes Davies, past Rudd for 6th position. They've swapped. Hale was 6th and is now 3rd. Rudd was 3rd and is now 6th. What a battle!
Fantastic comeback drive there by Dean Hale, taking advantage as he goes through the line. He's not going to make any difference to his championship season. He's still on 5.58. And Collins on 5.66, just cannot be beaten wherever Dean finishes. But Wilson has him back down the inside into the last lap. So Wilson in 3rd, Hale is 4th. Then comes Matt Davis. And the 85 of J. Rudd there, it looks like he's going to have to content himself with 6th place.
Well, a good drive from him considering this is his first weekend. Let's not take that away from him. He's put himself right into the firing line for a podium in a very impressive move. And he might still get one at this rate. Wilson is a little further up the road than he would like. But if anybody in the top 3 loses ground, Rudd, well, at least he could get 4th position here because Davies and Hale still battling it out. Rudd tries to go right round the outside. That's not going to work. But here comes your race winner. Josh Collins is going to take the win and the championship. Oh, yes, my friend. What a satisfying moment. 2nd place for Connor Jupp, 3rd for Ewan Wilson. Hale, Davies and Rudd are going to complete the top 6, with 7th going to Jamie Flynn in front of Malin and Goldsmith. Brilliant end to the season, but your new champion for 2015 is Josh Collins, and in absolutely fantastic style too.
You and Dean Hale came into the weekend. You were very, very closely matched. You had the pace all weekend, a faultless performance. That finally, you could just cruise away.
Yeah, no, it was good. Setup was good. Just like to thank Mum, Dad, James Hobbs, Mark Litchfield for all their hard work, and Ben Douthwaite for mechanicking.
And of course, that means that I think you get a ticket to the X30 finals in Le Mans. That must be quite something you're looking forward to.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Bit of testing now, and hopefully we'll get the win over there as well.
Le Mans next stop for Josh Collins. We wish him luck there. Coming up after the break, the last race of the season.